How's it going, crew? This is Happy Days and welcome to a new episode of the Weekly Wire. Today I'm going to share some of the secrets that I use in my AFK farms. So keep watching and you're going to learn a heap this episode. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is to build a thing that I use quite a bit in my traps, and it's my Cascading bat timer. Now what's good about this is you can actually use it with actuated spear traps and spiky ball traps to actually launch a lot, and I mean a lot, of spear traps all at once at your enemies, or any traps you're using. You can do it with darts and all that good stuff. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you just leave a little bit of space at the bottom, and that's where the lava goes in. So you just chuck some lava in, and that's where the bats go to die. Alright. The next thing we're going to do is spawn some ravens so I don't get pestered while I'm recording here. Alright, next thing is you need to do a bit of a crisscross pattern leading up the ramp. And I do recommend you take your lava out of your inventory while you're doing your traps. I learned the hard way and I poured lava all over everything and it wasn't good. And I know I don't usually swear much in these videos. Actually, I don't really swear at all. But there was a few colourful words going on. Okay, the next thing you want to do is be putting 1 second timers along here. And I'm going to show you how to do 6 today. And 6 is about the maximum. So you can do as many as you want. But I've tested it and 6 seems to be about maximum efficiency here. The next thing you want to do is grab some pressure plates and run them down the other side. Boom, ba-da-boom, boom, boom. So, that's looking pretty sweet. Okay, then we need to make a space for the bat statue to sit on top. Just like so. Alright, put him down and then you just want to seal it on in. Just like that. Okay, next thing we're going to do is put some of the wiring out. And I'm just going to show you basically. So you just have the pressure plate linked through the 1 second timer. And then they just come out sideways like this. And you'll notice in nearly all my videos, my wrenches are always in the same spot. I do a lot of wiring, and if you want to get good at it and you want to learn how to do wiring, get used to having your wire always with you and always in a easy to access spot. Okay, so they're all hooked up now. The next thing we're going to do is get our bat statue ready. Notice by alternating the colors, I don't have to worry about red clashing with anything. So I'm just running the red underneath, and that's going to be our activator. Okay, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you basically the whole setup I would do for an AFK boss fight. Alright, so I'm going to run this just down and along a bit, and this is where I'd normally be making my Invulnerability Slime statue. Okay, so basically all you do is chuck in a teleporter, just like that. Seal that in, put a couple of blocks here, just up like that, and that's where you want to put your slime statue in there. Nice and easy, and then seal that in. And you can see this is all coming together nicely. And then another tip for you, I bit the bullet and just bought a ton of switches, and you do need them, so if you can buy a few extras, it's handy. Alright, so bought a few of those there. And now let's pretend I wanted spear traps above me while this trap's going off. So let's get these set up here. Nice and easy. Alright, I'm not going to do tons, just enough to show you how it works. Alright, so let's go across a few. And let's just do rows of 3 here. Rows of 3? Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. Okay, no, I can do them all like that. You guys will get the idea. Alright. So basically, if you want traps to stack, first thing you have to do is build them. Then I just use the same color but when I'm going to actuate them. And by actuating, that means you take them out of the foreground so you can pass through them. Actuators don't seem to have as good as placement range as wire, so you do need to get in close. Okay. So then all you do is place the switch down and just trigger them once, and that means the traps are now actuated. Nice like that, so I can pass through them. Pick up your switch. And that was just temporary wiring I've done there. So I'm going to take all that off now. Don't worry about it falling everywhere. It's all good. And obviously you might want to pause this video while I'm doing it to sort of, you know, fix up little bits. Okay, next thing is we need to get the colors going through. So the bat's going to activate this first row. Then the green's going to come next, like that. And red, and so on. It doesn't matter if they overlap a little bit, as long as the same color isn't overlapping. So if I had another red touching there, the traps would fire at the same time, and you don't want that. And no, I don't think my greens are touching. And all I'm going to do here is run my blue around a bit. And it's red anyway. What am I doing? Oh gosh. Nope, see my red touched in there. So you got to clean that up. Alright, so green, blue. And all I need to do is just run red around the outside. Just like that. Okay, so they're all connected. I reckon we should give this a test to see if it works. So anytime you want to test it, you can just hook up a switch. Bat's coming down. Beautiful. And you can see that the spears are firing in order because they've been activated in order. Now what's good about this, guys, is if you're fighting a boss, that means it's going to get hit, you know, for hundreds of damage multiplied by 6 because you're getting multiple hits in a second. Alright, let's turn this switch off. Did I kill that switch just then? No, I didn't. Beautiful. Alright, let's clean that up. Okay, so now I've got that. Next thing I just need to do is clean this up a bit. Be careful about knocking off your actuated spear blocks. You don't want that to happen. Then all I normally do is make a out-of-the-way teleporter to get into my trap. So I'm just going to put one down here, run a bit of wire along so I can get inside. Nice and easy. Beautiful. And I usually just run a switch there. And then the same thing here. And the reason for that is so you can get inside nice and easily. So just stand there, and I'm in, out, in. The reason I use switches is so mobs can't activate it, only I can. I pour 2 buckets of honey in, so that gives you the life regeneration buff. And now let's hook up our Hart Statue. Now, I've got it a bit closer than I normally have, so I have to be a bit careful here. Alright. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's put a 1-second timer here. And like I've shown in another video, you need your wire touching the statue in 3 separate parts to activate it 3 times. So it's coming down, 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 down. Green there. And blue there. Okay, so now when I turn this on, I'm going to get hit by slimes. And hearts are going to spawn every 10 seconds because that's as often as you can get hearts spawning. You could hook up more heart statues, but there is a maximum to have them on screen. And as I've explained in my other AFK videos, having slimes hitting you makes you invulnerable when boss mobs are hitting you. So let's turn that off. The last thing I need to do is just hook up a little... Yeah, I just need to finish hooking up the bat statue there. Alright, so we turn that on, bat tries to kill me, turns all the spears on, then you can turn on the slime statue to get invulnerability, and then, yeah, you just summon whatever boss you're going to fight. Now you could do this for, you know, the Twins, Destroyer, Skeleton Prime. You know, you've seen me do it on a lot of bosses now, and it seems to work pretty effective. The only thing I'm doing in each video is just changing the dynamics of the trap. So sometimes I need more spiky balls, like for the Destroyer. Sometimes I need more spear traps for things like, just trying to think, probably the Twins would need that because they fly around so much. Alright, so guys, I hope this has been helpful. This is 3 main things I use a lot in my AFK farms, and I'm sharing my secrets with you. I'll have to come up with some new stuff. Alright, hit that like button if you've enjoyed this, subscribe if you haven't yet. We're going to start doing some giveaways at 500 subs, I can't wait to do that. And leave a comment, let me know what you'd like to see next week for the Weekly Wire. I'm really enjoying doing this new show, and thanks for the support so far. And as always, guys, stay happy. This is HappyDays signing out.